Sound check, 1, 2, 3, sound check. Sound check, sound check. Alrighty, let's get started. New York is open. We are open for business. Sergio, welcome, my man. First thing what I want to do, guys, is look at the ES futures, because we do not always have a trade for B2C, but the future market usually gives us more trades. So what I want to do today, if everything holds, because I had some Wi-Fi problems earlier today, is that I'm going to take you into a live trading session. That's what I usually do, and usually when we do a regular live stream, I'm just talking, but now I'm also really going to try to take some trades if the opportunities present itself. If you don't hear me talk, then I'm probably very focused or doing something that's important. But yeah, and also I'm going to show you the screens that I also really use during the day trading. For some of you that might be very overwhelming, but for me it works. There are so many levels on there. If you have any questions, just let me know in the chat. I will be more than happy to answer them if I have the time. If I do not answer you right away, then I'm probably looking at my screen, or I'm busy, or I'm in a trade, whatever. If I take a trade, of course, I will let you know. And that could be on anything. Could be an NQ, could be on the future market, yes, could be on B2C, could be anything. So first, we now just went open for New York. That was exactly 3 minutes ago. So what are we looking at so far for the Friday, for the range? Don't mind all the colors, but the range is just pretty flat. This is the ES, so that is the future market S&P 500. And we have a range of approximately 80 ticks. not all too much. This is right over the volume profile from today, and then this is the profile from yesterday. So yesterday during Asia and London, we had a very slow grind up. That itself gave a pretty big opening gap. I just suddenly think that I also need to mark an opening gap today. And then during New York, we came down, was at a back test, and actually it was a very slow grind lower. So not a whole lot of firework, but all in all, from the top to the bottom, there was actually quite some ticks to be made. This was 190 ticks. I didn't get in here from the top. I just waited it out because actually I thought we would go much higher, but eventually we took out some lows, we started to reverse, and then eventually I took a few shorts. One got stopped out of just a few ticks, and had one that was actually a very good runner. So green eventually for the day, but not totally capitalized as what I actually wanted for the future market. Let me do something real quick, because I quickly need to note the opening gap for today. It's not all too big, but that's just always something that I do. So give me a second here. Alrighty. So actually the 5,830 would be a new all-time high for ES. So far very flat sideways open. We actually had it already the last couple of days that it was not very exciting, probably because of trading around all-time highs. And Hold on here for a second, folks. Hold on here. Oh yeah, okay, that's coming down. If we will go higher, by the way, for BTC, then the next level that I'm looking at is approximately 66,000, 330, 66, 350. We have a naked daily point of control and a naked weekly point of control. So two major levels. And above that we have the 67. It's the macro point of control of a very, very big range. This so far, I'm not a huge fan. And the reason is because you have that very slow grind higher. And you're kind of then just creating that liquidity here underneath all of these lows. So once you go lower, then this could be a very fast move down. And then, are we now going lower? Yes, we are. Oh, this is lagging. This is lagging. This is shit. Okay, so ES just hit 50% of the daily opening gap. Give me a second, folks. Be right back. Alright, I'm back. ES wants to go lower. I wouldn't mind actually, because, well, we have still some liquidity here at the bottom. If you look on the 15 minute, oh, that was 12, 15 minute. I mean, if you're the market maker, you have more of an incentive to go lower because of all these lows. And yes, it's market structure, it's bullish, I get all of that. But eventually, to grab the liquidity, it is easier to go lower since you have so many levels there and so many stops underneath, than eventually to go higher, because what do you have on the upside? You pretty much only have this high right here, and that's it, and the current high. So there's not a whole lot of an incentive. However, market structure is still king, so we're just gonna go with the trend. But if I see some weakness or something, then I probably will be looking for some shorts. Right now I'm right in the middle regarding the ES. I'm not biased for long, I'm not biased for short. I'm just gonna wait it out. We almost have the first 15 minutes that are over. Actually also a very flat, at least very slow, boring price action here. This is for 15 minutes, we're at a bit more than 2 points. It's 10, 11, 12 ticks right now. This is 8, 9, yeah. So, yep, there we go. Ever so slightly 2 more minutes until this 15-minute candle is printed. I wonder if we get maybe a bounce here from the VWAP and daily open. This is also the ES, but then it is on the RTH. So there's a different time frame here at the bottom, and these are the electronic trading hours. This just gives a little bit of a different perspective of the chart, and this opens as soon as New York opens. So I always keep that on the side because some levels are slightly different here on the RTH than there are on the electronic. Because here on the RTH, since it starts with New York Open, you also see that your VWAP is a completely different place. Look, here we are trading underneath the VWAP currently, and here we are trading above the VWAP because we have the entire Asia and London session for the day in this chart. Is there a good or a bad? Is there something that you need to do or that you should prefer? No, not at all. Price can bounce from either levels, but especially in the beginning of the New York session, I'm always looking here at the ETH, so the electronic. But like I said, sometimes it's nice to see certain confluence on one level on both of the trading time frames. Quickly have a look at Bitcoin. Not a whole lot. Oh. It actually would be nice if we can bounce off from the 66,300 because maybe I think a lot of people here are looking at the 67,000, and this would be a level that not a whole lot of people are looking at. You also have the possibility to get bearish divergence on a lot of time frames actually. 12 minutes, something that Jason Casper is using a lot. So if you do something like this, even if you go up one more time, look, you have enough time here to create divergence, so that could definitely work out. 24 minutes, yeah, absolutely. I mean, look at this, beautiful. Whoppa! Let you scale everything just a little bit up and down. 30 minutes, look at that, exactly the same. 1 hour. Come on, you can do it. We actually already have the divergence here, you see that? Already have the divergence here. Money flow, ever so slightly. 4 hour, 100% that we have it there. The thing is just on the 4 hour, you have it actually on a little bit different look, because now we cannot create another hump here, but this here is your full-on confirmed bearish divergence. Let me just actually take everything out, because I'm noticing that my scribbling is getting maybe a bit too much. There you go. And this is also one of the things that I showed you in the thumbnail, is that price is just slowly grinding higher, but actually your momentum waves are already going lower, and also your money flow over time is also going lower. And this actually used to be like this, but I'm still counting it as a bearish divergence. And another thing, if you want to spot weakness in the market, this is a very good example, because, and it's not always, it's not waterproof, but it is a lot of times. You have a high, and then you have one that is slightly higher, and also in time there's not a whole lot of time in between. Slightly higher high, a little bit of time in between, slightly higher high, a little bit of time in between. Usually that's weakness. Actually what you want to see is, if it is very strong, this bang, and then just much higher, and again bang, much higher, so that the bears have no time, no strength to push price lower. But this to me kind of looks like a little bit like exhaustion, so therefore I am hunting more shorts, and we're also getting pretty much to the top of the range, and like I said, we have a few key levels. The only problem that I have, and this is actually also a trade that I took earlier today but I got stopped out, is that we had the yesterday high, so the PD high, we lost it. We closed the 5-minute candle underneath, went lower ever so slightly, and then we just slowly zigzag. Actually, you want to see if you're coming above a level and you're losing it, you want to see a much harder rejection. So I want to see something like this, where we get above, close to 5 minutes, 1 or 2 candles, and then just lower, and then you just really liquidating everyone that's underneath, and that fast move, that is usually the liquidations. So that is something that I would like to see. But since this was just zigzagging, I moved the stop loss to entry, and of course I got stopped out. Where we go low from here, yeah, it's a bummer, it could happen. But then I just get in somewhere on a retest. You do not always need to get the exact high. You know, if we would do something like this, where we go lower, and let's say we bounce off from the daily open, then I will get in here and I just put my stop loss somewhere here, 0.5 or 1%. That's the exact same 1% stop loss as you might have here if you are taking the from the highs. So it really doesn't matter, and people are always like, oh, I shorted the exact top or long the exact bottom. All a bunch of bullshit. You do not need to know the exact top or the exact bottom. It's all bullshit, honestly. And I know also guys that say, I never want to trade the exact top or bottom, because usually they're very wicky, right? So you get a big wick, and this is then your candle, then you need to put your stop loss here above, and then you have a 1 or 2% stop loss. And they say, you know what, I don't even want to catch the top or the bottom. I'm waiting for that wick, and then price settles, and then I'm getting in somewhere here, and then my stop loss is much smaller. It is only this part, because this is bullish market structure, and once we're losing it, you know, then I'm getting stopped out. That's fine. Or they're taking it here or here, so they don't even looking for the long here, although it is nice for screenshots and for social media, but actually it's all bullshit. What you want to have is a good entry, a tight stop loss, because then you can really pump up your leverage and your position size. You want to have that stop loss as tight as possible. Now that does not always mean go for 0.1% or 2% of 0.2%, because yeah, that is tight, but it needs to be logical. So then therefore you need to find a logical point in the chart. I'm keeping an eye here. I'm having, you know what, actually I am going to set another alarm just in case. So then we have an alarm for the highs. And we have an alarm here at daily open, because I'm interested in that level. And if else, the highs here. Like I said, naked daily point of control, naked weekly point of control at and around 6,350. Let's have a look at the ES. Still very slow grind low. Oh, we hit that VWAP. Ay, 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 ay. This is the opening gap divided in quarters. Okay, yeah, if you were fast, probably you could have taken this, but not ideal. Oh, 8 ticks. By the way, the way that I trade these assets is completely different from each other. So the future market, ES and Bitcoin is completely different, and stocks again have a different style of trading. It's not like one size fit all, because here the futures, what I find it works better based as much as possible, at least for me, on the ICT concepts, so it's fair value gaps and imbalance, and working based on 50% of opening gaps, wicks, these kinds of stuff. Where for Bitcoin all of that is completely irrelevant, and that can be much more of a cowboy show, cowboy ride, where you just go higher, lower, and a fake out, another fake out, another fake out, and then you get the move. And that is sometimes honestly a fucking rodeo. So yeah. Maybe I will entertain a short if we lose the VWAP, then maybe with a backtest, or maybe a backtest of daily open. That could be a short. For a long, I'm not too interested. Actually, I also would like to have lower first. Yeah, like I said, then yeah, already actually on the VWAP. But so far, not a whole lot is happening. It's a relatively boring sideways week for the future market. Only had a slight up. Let me quickly zoom out once here to the daily, so I can check what the daily moves were. This is so Monday went up 0.3%, 0.3%, down 1.6, sorry, 0.16. Yesterday up 0.3. The average is around 1%. Sometimes that is, some people said we'll measure from the absolute bottom to the absolute top. That is 1%. I get that, but yeah, going higher, 0.16 is almost nothing. It's hard to trade. You want to see bigger ranges, and yeah, like I said, this is pretty common for all-time high behavior. The price is hovering around all-time high, and eventually yeah, makes moves. You get another expansion, and then you're creating constantly higher highs, and you have one green day after another, or you're gonna be able to retrace 1, 2, 3, 4% in a matter of a week or 2 weeks, and then you can trade to the upside again, because then you have a clear target, for example, new all-time high. If you have any questions, let them know in the chat. I will flip-flop a little bit between the future market and Bitcoin. We can also look at some alts if you want to. If this stays pretty sideways or boring, we can look at some alts. But for now, nothing too special. As for BTC here, I'm actually waiting for it to make a decision or reclaim VWAP, that's the white line, and then to go higher. Not a very nice spot to take a trade, but I mean it is a possibility. And a little bit of a reclaim, a backtest, then to go higher. Your stop loss could then here be underneath these lows. So that is 65. We can also reject from here on the 5 minutes. I always like using the 5 minute. This looks like actually it wants to go lower a little bit, and also if you look at the VWAP, the yellow one, it's not really a VWAP, but that's how they call it. Then it also looks like it's an inward curve, and we might see some more downwards price action. By the way, I think we have news. I think we have some news in a couple minutes. That's probably why we're barely moving. Come on. Oh, PC was already done. I thought PC was at... Oh, okay. Oh, boring. Consumer sentiment. 2 minutes. Let's see if that brings a little bit of a movement. That would be nice. This music, I am feeling it. By the way, we had some, it was funny, we actually had some bearish CBD building up over this entire range. So price is unable to make higher highs, but CBD in open interest is just rising. And not every bearish CBD also leads to a move to the downside. This was eventually 78.6, 88.6 on the fib, and I thought, really, okay, now we're going to see it dump down. This also looks already a little bit more bearish, and then suddenly whoop, and then you take out your high, and your bearish CVD is then leading, as they call it, completely invalidated, and yeah, then you go further. So good example that not always everything needs to lead to a drop or reaction in price. Sometimes, because once you're making your higher high compared to the previous one, bearish CVD is invalidated, or is then leading, as they say, and that's it. Okay, do we have the data already? 30 seconds. Come on, baby. Consumer sentiment, 30 seconds, let's go. And data is in. Whoa, 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 what's going on? Is this in the mix? Okay, so we hit view up again for the ES, nothing too major, and we did not hit the daily open, and now we're going slightly higher. Now we can take this out. Yep. 3 points, nothing too major yet. Looks like we're going to take out the highs. Let's see, first final bullish fair value gap here. This could be a long. Let's wait until this candle close, because the fair value gap is not created yet. There's another 30 something seconds. BTC going higher. Okay, well, that was underwhelming. Sheesh. Okay, here we go. Fair value gap tapped at the bottom. Important, where are we going to close? Are we going to retrace, or are we going to close above the 50%? Very important. Oh. Close was above 50%. Actually, this could be a long. Maybe I'll do it. Targeting the highs.
Order submitted. Order filled.
Alright, I'm long. I don't know if you guys heard that or not. targeting a London high first at 5,817. If price is not stopping there, most likely we're getting a new all-time high. That might be pretty aggressive with moving the stop loss, because it's getting a little bit volatile here. Just bouncing off now value area high of the day. This looks weak. This looks weak. Shit.
Stop build.
Yeah. Okay, that was a stop. You actually just want to see it then right away move higher. Like I said, the first target was actually here, London. BTC not doing a whole lot here. I mean, we can wick lower, but actually since we completely filled the fair value gap here, and a thick red line is the daily point of control, I mean, we could still go higher. Maybe I will re-enter them, but we actually bounced off here pretty hard from the daily value area high, and I did not want to see actually this wick go much lower than this, because you have now fair value, you have it's been offered on both sides, right? So the buy and the sell. So if the wick would have come to here, that would have been perfect. If the wick comes here until the point of control, that's fine. But actually you do not want to see it much lower again, because you already completely filled here the fair value gap on the 1 minute. If we go up now, like I said, it is not ideal, but maybe I will give it another shot. If I would have put stop loss underneath here, probably would have been better, but I had it slightly higher. Matter of fact, I got stopped down to the tick. Do I now suddenly see? Damn. I got stopped out exactly here, 5,809. Man. What happened to the music? Are we still live? Or do I now have a strike? What the hell's going on? Yes, she is fighting. She is fighting. Okay, so our quick scalpy day didn't work out here. Come on. Hurry the fuck up. I don't know what's going on, folks. Yep, we're back, we're back. No, we're not. I think we're going for the highs, boys. I think we're going for the highs. Wow, it's like my PC is having a labor or something. Holy crap, it has a hard time. What the hell is going on? I told you the Wi-Fi here. It is the damn Wi-Fi here. Come on now. Maybe, just maybe, I will take the short if I see a hard rejection here, but probably not. And ES is just not feeling it. There is just not a whole lot going on. Insane. Okay, Bitcoin is taking out the highs. Question is, will we see a rejection here? Or what will we see? Anything? Nope. Yeah, going for that naked daily, naked weekly point of control. My god. Okay, I think we need to listen to something else because this is having a hard time here. God, oh. Looks like we're also not going to close underneath the highs here. So no trade for now. Guys, I think we have to listen to something else because this ain't working. It's not working. What is ES doing? Are we seriously at the same spot how we left it? No way. I think my wife is completely just committing suicide. Impossible. Yep. We're still at the same damn place we were earlier for ES, so there's nothing going on here. Okay, listen, we need to start listening to something else because had this awesome mix that I found on YouTube, some techno mix, but I think it doesn't want us to listen to it. So we need to go back to that crappy free kind of music, royalty free crap. Bear with me, folks. I'm gonna switch something here. Bear with me for a second. Okay, so ES now is going on. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. I'm gonna change something. No worries, I'm not secretly gonna trade. No worries. If I will, then I will update you. Okay, so the 5-minute close here, I'm doing two things at the same time. 5-minute close here of BTC was above this high, no swing failure pattern, no valid trade setup. Money flow 5-minute, still looks like we can go a little bit lower. In a minute or so we will have a look at other time frames. First let me see if I can adjust some stuff here so we can have some music back. I see that it looks like everything is now throwing up and nothing working. Also my broker suddenly stopped working. Nice. I wonder if you can still hear the stream well. Let me know in the comments. If you don't, also let me know. Hey Alex, if I'm long on BTC, at the moment not. At the moment not. I was actually hunting for a short. Actually, matter of fact, I took a short today. Earlier from a loss from that yesterday high, so the PD high, and then we just slowly grinded here, and eventually I moved my stop loss to entry because I wanted to see in time we barely moved to the downside, so I want to see a much more ferocious move that really would liquidate positions, and I gave it enough time. There was no follow through. I moved stop loss to entry and I got stopped out. So that's pretty much the only trade I took today. And then on the ES futures, it went very fast. But earlier I just took a quick scalp and I got stopped out there because there was no follow through. We bounced off the daily value area high right here. It's now not in the screen, but and there we bounced off and then it stopped us out. This is actually very, very, very ugly price action here for the future market. It's just rally in the movement. You have these wicks here at the bottom. Quick moves being bought up, not really a clear direction. So yeah, it ain't pretty. It ain't pretty. Give me a second here, folks. Okay, so my broker kicked me out. Maybe you've heard it on the background, said connection lost. My broker kicked me out. But I actually also want just the charts to load, because if else I'm not taking a position. I want to see clear live data. I think we even can come a little bit higher. I'm eyeing for a naked weekly point of control and a naked daily point of control, 66,350-ish. If we hit it, we have bearish divergences on multiple time frames, and could give us a good short. I just want to have some follow through. Wanna have some follow through. because so far also here coming down on these levels, my god, it took freaking forever, and you just barely saw anything. I mean, look at this, we're talking about 4.5 hours and the range was 0.6%. It's like watching paint dry, honestly, watching paint dry, my god. In the meantime, I'm also checking if I can put the music back on. By the way, Dimitri, to also answer your question about regarding if I'm long or not, I would not look here for long. I want to see a retrace then first before I would enter a long, because now you're pretty much long in the top. So I think it's going for the highs. I think it is going for the highs. And with the highs, of course, I mean that's 66,350. If we break it, 67,000 is next. If we break it, 67,000 is next. Now let's see here. It should be working now better again. Come on now. How much better is it? I've asked too much. I used all my karma points already today. I also just want to get into my broker. If I want to take a trade, I need to be able to get into my damn broker. But yeah, everything's just loading and loading and loading. Unbelievable. According to my phone, we're there. According to my phone, we just hit this. There you go. You see, it's just not even loading. Unbelievable. Unbe-fucking-lievable. You gotta be fucking kidding me, jongen. I think we want to throw something out the window, folks. I really am. Okay, so we are hitting now the naked daily, naked weekly point of control. So far, I'm not really seeing any good reaction. I am waiting. You know what? Maybe I can take the trade on my phone. Oh. Okay, so let's see if this works out. I'm looking now at my phone. At BTC. My computer chose violence. Honestly, it chose violence. It does not load shit anymore. I'm gonna try one more thing. If this doesn't work out, we're gonna cut the stream. And then if I take another trade, I will update you on Twitter. But this is just fucking terrible. Folks, I'm afraid I have to cut the stream. Nothing works. I'm sorry. If I'm going to take this trade, I will let you know on Twitter. I was really looking forward to stream for like an hour or 2, 3, whatever. But I have no idea where the hell this comes from. I have changed network now already. I have turned shit on. I have turned shit off. I have no idea what's going on, honestly. I can't seem to get it to work. Okay, I'm sorry folks, we're gonna cut the stream here. I'm very sorry. It is an hour. Like I said, I really was looking forward to stream for 2 or 3 hours, but this is just terrible. I will update you on Twitter. Thank you all for being here. I hope that you can hear this, and let's see if we can do this soon again, and then let's